Welcome back, everyone. This is Mo Al-Sumidai, Chief Editor at the Clinical Trial Vanguard, and we are here at the 2025 Viva R&D and Quality Summit, here with Luca Manfro,
Exactly.
who is the R&D Digital Solutions Manager at Recordati.
Perfect.
Pleasure to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So we're going to be talking about the outsourcing model and moving more into better quality oversight in clinical trials. So can you tell me about what were the main drivers behind Recordati's decision to bring outsourced studies back into your internal systems?
Yeah. The main driver is basically we want to own the process on our clinical trials from end to end. So this is the main reason, because in the last few years, Recordati had as a constant growth, and a totally outsourced model was no more sufficient to cover our new business needs, because we found a fragmented landscape, so fragmented data, fragmented systems, because of course, we are working with different CRO. Every CRO has his own systems and so on. So we decided to bring in-house the system. We already had the Viva clinical platform and in Recordati, so we started to onboard the CRO on our systems, and this allow us to gain more visibility about what they are doing. We can access in real time to our data, so we don't need to wait for weekly reports or weekly meetings. And moreover, for the oversight, now we have a centralized system when we can perform all our oversight activities.
Mm-hmm. And how would you say this improves the oversight model and improves or really demonstrates to regulators? For example, let's say you have an audit. How do you prove to regulators that you guys are enhancing oversight and that you are overseeing your studies?
Yeah, but the oversight module is integrated in the Viva clinical platform. So first of all, it is in a GXP system. So there is a full audit trail available. But it's not matter only about audit trails, because basically to configure the oversight model, we translated our oversight monitor plan in the recurring activities or ad hoc activities that we can perform in the oversight model. And these activities in the system can be assigned to the right people. These activities have their own workflow, so you can escalate the activities, you can report to the vendor the activities, you can resolve an eventual issue, and everything is tracked in the systems. And moreover, we are also using some standard report and dashboard to monitor the oversight status. So even if you need to monitor the status, you can simply run a report without finding information lost in emails or external trackers.
Mm-hmm. And so what tools would you say supported the transition to in-house oversight?
The Viva clinical platform, and we enhanced the usage of our Viva clinical platform, because with the outsource model, we already use the Viva ATMF, because at the end of the study, we migrated the ATMF documentation from CRO system to our system. So we decided to enhance the usage of the ATMF, and we added the other pillar, that is the CTMS. So we had a complete clinical platform. In addition, with the CTMS part, we also implemented the oversight module. So as I said before, now we have also all the functionality fit for purpose. I mean, specific functionality to track the oversight activities in our system.
Mm-hmm. And so what improvements have you seen so far? Maybe if you have data even, when it comes to overseeing data quality? And also, can you tell me a bit about how this has impacted your
Mhm.
collaboration with the CROs?
No, the collaboration improved drastically because now both teams, Recordati teams and CRO teams, are working in the same system. And to give you an example, before a document was exchanged back and forth between Recordati and CRO a lot of times and so on. And maybe when you arrive at the final version, you have two final version approved, and you don't know which one is the right one. Now the documents are drafted in our system, reviewed in our system, approved in our system, and this improve the document life cycle approve. That is now it is reduced about 25%. In addition, we have 100% of team onboarded because all Recordati teams and all CRO teams are working in our Viva platform. So no more external trackers. And I can also say that in a recent inspection that we had, we came out with zero major findings. So it means that what we are doing is working.
Mm-hmm. And so, what challenges? I mean, change management, right, is not an easy task
No?
because everyone's used to doing it their way, right? And they don't want to change. So how
Yeah.
did you overcome these challenges in order to implement a new system like this?
A first point is very important, the alignment with the CRO. I mean, because we switch our mindset. So we are not using your system. You need to use our system. So it is really important since from the beginning of clinical trials to define the right expectation for the CRO and agree with the CRO your expectation. The other point related to the change management is the continuous training, because CRO need to use a different system. Of course, it is important that maybe the CRO has already experience with Viva, but the training is very important, and we can deliver the training only before the go live, because the go live is not only the start, but the finish, but it is the start point. No? So a continuous training is important, even if you release, for example, an enhancement or a new configuration. It is important that it is well understood by the users that are using the system, and moreover, we also keep an open support channel for our users that are using our system, because we want they are felt supported to using our system, because the systems deliver value only if they are used.
Mm-hmm. And so E6R3 focuses a lot on the digitization of clinical operations in order to enhance and oversee quality. How do you see your transformation aligning with these expectations?
No, if it is full aligned. Also because one of the driver that it is really aligned, because one of the reason why we started this transformation journey was the upcoming GCPR3 guidelines that will be effective in July 2025. But we started in advance to be sure that we are ready with the new GCP. The new GCP put a lot focus on training oversight, so we are aligned with them. And of course, we want to go ahead with this transformation journey, because for example, our oversight module is still evolving, because we want to always up to date with what regulation require.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, what advice would you give to your colleagues and other biopharmaceutical sponsors who are still managing these fragmented models across outsourced studies to bring them into one system that is internal?
I suggest to start, maybe start small, but start, because the fragmented landscape is very risk. Is Could have hidden costs that you can see. But if you don't have a full visibility what is happening outside, you can't control.
Hmm.
And so I think it's really important to gain a full view, a clear view about the oversight activity that you are doing, because GCP require evidence that you are doing appropriate oversight activities. And with the fragmented external trackers, external SharePoint, and so on, I think it's very, very difficult to demonstrate this.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Luca?
No, that of course we didn't implemented all the systems as a big bang, but we also went through this journey step by step. So as I mentioned before, we started from the TMF, CTMS, oversight, and so on. So I think this is the right approach. As I mentioned before, you can start small, but it is important to start, because the new GCP really require more effort from the sponsor. Without centralized system, I think it's very, very hard to be in compliance with the new GCP.
Hmm. Thank you,
Thank you.
Luca from Recordati.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you very much.
Yes.